Class of 2020. This is a celebration. You made it. Yes, you made it. Let's think about it. All of those late nights where you were studying, putting in that work, and led you to this moment right here. All of those times you were in group projects with people you didn't even like, it led you to this moment right here. All of those times that you thought you were going to quit and school was just not for you. Somehow you made it here. And today we celebrate you. We're celebrating your accomplishments. We're celebrating you putting in 4 years of hard work. It led you to this moment right here. We are celebrating you. We're celebrating your grit, your determination. We're celebrating the fact that you did not give up. We're celebrating the fact that you were dedicated and committed to a goal that started 2016, and for some of y'all, even a little bit before then. So we celebrate you. Clap it up. Let's think about it. What's transpired this last 4 years? I mean, some of y'all started back in 2016. The top song in 2016, that's when Rihanna had Work, 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 right? Beyonce had Lemonade. One of the top movies was Batman vs. Superman. I mean, pop culture was so different back then. And 4 years later, I'm talking to you through a video because we're in a pandemic. So even though you graduated, I'm telling you, class is just getting started. Our whole lives, as long as you can remember, you've been here in the classroom, right? I mean, you've been taught great things like 1 + 1 = 2. School even taught you the incorrect history of, I don't know, Christopher Columbus? But as long as we've been in school, we've been taught this unique theory that we need school to get an education, which is accurate. And that education is going to be used for us to get a good job. And I'm here to tell you, if you only used your education, the 4 years of the sweat, blood, and tears you put into this degree just for a job, man, you're failing us. You're failing me. You're feeling your family, you're feeling your community, you're feeling the beautiful history that you have. I mean, let's think about it. Walk with me real quick, right? Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful tool, and that tool could be used to change the world. And you're gonna only use it for a job? I mean, I believe it was Malcolm X that said, education is a passport to the future. And where are you going to take us? Think about it. You're not going to take us just to a resume and that resume used to a good job, because now more than ever in 2020, part of the reason why I'm speaking to you in video and not in person is for the fact that your education, your talent, your skills are needed now more than ever. I mean, I don't have to talk about stories about Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown or Sandra Bland, or the fact that it took 74 days for the killers to get arrested for Ahmaud Arbery. I mean, I could go in places like our healthcare system. I could talk about the fact that education's not the same for people that look like us. I mean, I could talk about the fact that people that look like us are dying at an earlier age because of diseases. Where are you going to put your education to? How are you going to utilize it? I mean, we're waiting for you. Because if you think about it, you, my dear friends, you are the manifestation of some of the most beautiful history all across the world. We could celebrate you like this was Juneteenth all over again, where you have the freedom to utilize your words to speak life in others, including yourself. You right now have the power to utilize your imagination and dreams to create a lifestyle that everybody can celebrate from years on in. But the question is, are you still going to attend class after graduation? Because we need you now more than ever. All right. So here's my honesty moment, class of 2020. I never graduated. I am a college dropout. And I remember vividly all throughout my time going through school, teachers, principals, they would always ask me this one key question. What is it that you want to do? Do you want to be a doctor or a lawyer? Did I want to be a basketball player? Did I want to be a dentist? Do you want to be a president? Do you want to be a politician? What is it that you want to do? I mean, if we were to think deeply about this, let's think of the problem, what we're facing right now. Because you see, right now in America, 80% of the workforce is disengaged and stressed out. And I cannot have you graduate class of 2020 and go to a job and think that is what it is that you need to do in life. I know for a fact you can think of somebody, whether it's a family member or a friend, that absolutely hates going to work. And we can't have that be you. That's why I said this is so much more than a job. Class is just beginning. Let's think about it. 80% of the workforce is disengaged and stressed out. The day of the week that people are dying the most is Monday mornings, specifically 8 to 9 a.m. And we cannot have that be you. I believe that they were following the same philosophy that I've been taught my whole life of trying to figure out the what. What job do we get? What are we supposed to do? But the real question is why are we doing it? Are you doing it to help transform your whole entire community? Are you doing it so you can put your mom and dad in a beautiful house out in the hills one day? Why speaks to our passion? Why speaks to our purpose? Why speaks to our mindset? I don't care what it is that you do, but I do care why you're doing it. All right, so let's think about it. I've been talking about a lot this last couple of minutes. I talked about how we're celebrating the fact that you graduated. I also mentioned how we are so much greater than the education that we have in classes just begun. I also mentioned how you don't need to find what you're doing, you need to find why you're doing it. And the next step is what? What do we do next? You get it, the steps, no pun intended, no bars, baby. So let's think. What is it that you can do? Get involved. Get involved. It's that simple. Get involved, whether it's being a mentor to somebody in the community. Just get involved. Get involved, whether it's still staying educated in your field and craft so you can keep that passion and ambition going. Get involved. Get involved even if it means sitting still and figuring out what is your purpose in life. Can you get involved? Too many people are playing this position right here. They just sitting back. They lounging. They're watching. That's not you. You work too hard to just be sitting here and not applying your education in life. You have the knowledge, you have the education, you have the gifts, the talents, all to transcend a whole entire community. But if you stay sitting down with your talents and gifts, it's not going to do anything for you. You worked way too hard. You put in too much time to let other people play the fields or play the game while you sit back and watch. Are you going to be sitting down, relaxing, lounging while other people take the spot? I mean, I already said it at least 5 times in this video. I think that's the 6th time I said it today. I hope it's getting in your head. You have the knowledge, you have the education, you have the gifts, the talents. You're gonna be sitting down, relaxing, lounging your whole life? I heard that a house deteriorates more when people are not living in it than if people were to live in it. And the same thing that's very symbolic to your education and how you apply to it. Education is going to become rusty if it just stays in your head too long. It's meant to be exercised. It's meant to be used in life. And I guarantee you, if you just take a second and just observe what's going on around you, you can find a place where you can apply yourself. And it can't be just your job. I'm going to ask you, are you going to stay seated or are you going to finally stand up and make a difference?